Hey folks, Boba the Vulture back again with more Aerobiz Supersonic. Sorry, that last video ran over. I just get so into the excitement of managing my airline. You guys understand, right? Anyhow, let's keep moving into the last quarter of 1956. Oh man. See, the problem is and I guess it's kind of hard to know this because we can't even look at the Tupolev planes, but I've played as the Russians before. Typically speaking, the Russian planes have terrible fuel economy, which actually means that the planes cost a lot more to operate. So a regional hub was opened in New Delhi. Let's use it. Develop routes within the Middle East. We bought a city hotel in New Delhi. You know what? Let's not do any of those things. I got my own plans. Don't worry, you guys are going to be part of it. We're going to fly out to Tokyo. That's right. Free flights out to Tokyo. How much is the fare? Look at how expensive that fare is. Almost $1,000. I wonder if there are a lot of people from Japan that want to fly to India in the mid-50s. We're about to find out, I guess. More importantly, we now have a hub in Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is one of the... It's a place that you can make big profits, but it's also incredibly expensive to get started here. Like, the routes just all cost more money. I mean, let's look at this here. If I wanted to get a route from Tokyo to Hong Kong, look at that. Almost 30,000. So, like, I guess 30 million. To get a route to Hong Kong. Bangkok, 35. I mean, one night in Bangkok will make up... Yeah, you know where I'm going with all that. Actually, I'm kind of curious. From Tokyo, where if we take Tokyo down to, trying to get to Sydney is a little too far. Trying to get to Perth is slightly farther. Alright, we may need to advance in airplane technology before we can expand our routes down to Australia. Because one of the limitations of this game is, you know, it's not that if you lived in Tokyo, you couldn't fly to Australia before. You know, before like the 60s. You would just have to like fly to some place like, you know, well, not Papeete. It's actually way out in the ocean. Oh, I didn't know the whole thing looped. Doesn't loop top to bottom though. They were planned. They just took more stops. Like you could still get from one side of the world to the other. It wasn't that they like forbade you. But anyhow. I digress. So hang on a second. Let me go back to home base here. Let's look at our routes. Wow. Surprisingly enough, we're filling all of the slots, all of the flights to London, or from London to Cairo. Weird. Filling all the flights to Rome, of course, and more importantly, we're filling all those flights to Athens. The only way that we're going to be able to make more money, well, there are two ways that we can make more money off of this route now. We can start putting in planes that carry more passengers, of which there aren't that many, at least at this point in history. We could put in the super constellations, the what is it, 10 now, the other plane that we have. But we only have one of them, and I'm saving it in case I have a really long route for later on. But they only seat 10 more people a flight, so it's not that huge a difference. Or we can start charging more. I'm not going to start charging more right now, because I'm afraid that there's going to be some sort of change in business patterns. Actually, let's look at the route, because you can do that, and then... What? I thought... I thought they were flying into Athens too. Maybe that's only a feature in the Super Nintendo version. Super Nintendo version, like from that screen, you can look and see what your competitor's flight into that same city costs, whether or not they're undercutting you on price. Priceline.com, Priceline.com, Priceline.com. Okay. Let's go to Japan and bid for slots, because it takes forever. We've got a flight going in here. Will you give us more slots now? Negotiations should take 6 months. Begin them! Commence! No, it's okay. We don't need to do anything else, because we don't have anything else we can do. What could we do? Actually, we could do this. I haven't shown you this yet. We hold a meeting. Vladimir Putin calls this meeting to order. We have one non-profitable business venture. Will you tell me what it is? No. Yeah, go ahead and conduct the meeting, Vladimir. Let's discuss opening new routes. How about a route between Tokyo and Osaka? That's a terrible idea, folks. That's too short a route. You won't make any money. Not to, bite your head off, lady with glasses. Between Cairo and Algiers would be good. Actually, that's not a bad idea, if it weren't for the fact that Egypt were in the middle of a war. People, pay attention. Let's also open a route between London and New Delhi. Actually, if we have planes that have the distance capacity to do that, that's a good idea. I hadn't even thought of it. You have redeemed yourself from trying to tell me to do a ridiculously short route to trying to tell me to do a ridiculously long route. Well done, girl. You got moxie. Let's also establish... Yeah, we should establish service between London and North America, of course. But we're not going to do it yet. I'm going to wait to play that card until very late in the game, folks. So don't expect me to go over to the to that hemisphere for a while. I'm sorry if people were really looking forward excitedly to me going to North America. It won't be happening for a little bit. Friar Tuck, do you have anything to tell us? How about you in the back, there with the long hair? Sure. All of our flights are profitable, but shall we fine-tune them to maximize profits? No. Let's discuss our plane holdings. Yes, let's discuss them. We have 10 total aircraft with 8 in service. We should buy more DC-6s.
Oh, holding planes in reserve makes it easier to open more routes or increase the number of flights.
Well, there we go. I finally gave Friar Tuck a voice.
Holding planes in reserve, this is gonna be good.
Way to go, buddy. Let's discuss business ventures. The company owns 4 business ventures, making 22% of our total company profits. Shuttle service in London. I'll bear it in mind. Oh, Lenin, I see what you just did with the map back there. You turned all of Eurasia and Africa blood red. Commie red! Meeting is adjourned. Well, I should buy more airplanes. I'm gonna buy more DC-6s. I mean, look at the Lockheed here. See? Costs almost 20,000. 19,800. The DC-6 costs me 11,200. If you're actually your home base is in America, they come even cheaper. There are all these little tiny tweaks and facets to the game. For example, if I decided to make my initial hub Paris instead of London, I would be able to buy Russian planes. Because France has better relations with the Soviet Union, or had better relations with the Soviet Union. It's true. But wasn't worth it. Air France, Air Tex, and Air Mex. Dallas and Washington. Yeah, the Middle East War II shows no sign of ending, so let's open more routes from Cairo to Algiers. Way to go! Yeah, I don't know why I'm bragging on my people so much. Emergency wow, all these other guys have had emergency landings. Oh, interesting. The airport, well, that's, what? So, doing airport expansions in the middle of this war because there's so much demand for airline clearly I don't understand the workings of this here. Operations. I'm the king. Look at all this money I'm making. Money in the bank. Of course, I'm still spending out more money than I'm taking in, as you may or may not have noticed. But you know, you start with a certain amount of money so that you can do that. Starting the year 1957, ordering DC-6s. Airmex has done an interesting thing there, having their hub in New York. I mean, it makes some sense, right? Regional hub opened in Tokyo. Excellent, excellent. Some slots in Rome. Some slots in Tokyo. Some slots in Tehran. And DC-6s have been delivered and are being dragged into our hangar by a popcorn popper. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Okay, that's full. Flights to Athens are full. Flights to Rome are full. But, you know what? Let's go ahead and add a few more. We are all set. Let's change that flight as I've shown you. As I've shown you to do it. Wait, no, we just changed it. It's fine, it's fine, it's good. Let's get out of here. Okay.
Please send me to bed for slots.
No, I'm not going to send you here, Friar Tuck. For this mission, I'm going to send someone to get more slots out of London. London, you can have way more than the standard 14, of course. You can get 14 a turn, typically. I mean, for your home, for your hubs, you can have more. And you get them quickly, which is nice, at least for your home base. I need to bid for slots in New Delhi so that I can get some flights going in here. Yes, let's do it. Do it. Yeah, let's go to Southeast Asia. Start getting some travel going in Southeast Asia. Let's get a flight going to Hong Kong. That seems like it will do good business. It seems like Britons will be interested in going to Hong Kong. So they can fly from London, our home base, taking a stop in Cairo, a stop in New Delhi, a stop in Tokyo, a bench. Actually, that sounds like a terrible route. We probably should get a direct flight going from London to New Delhi. We can at least take one of those connections out. And since we have a hub in Tokyo now, let's buy a business venture there. Let's buy the Grand Hotel. That's the name of the treasure in the Grand Hotel. It'll take 3 months. But I'm up for it. You guys up for it? I think you are. Now, I just bought a bunch of planes, right? Pretty sure I did. Let's look. How many do I have in... Oh, good. I have 5 in reserve. Excellent. I think that's a good place to be right now. So let's end our turn. Air Techs, negotiations, Dallas. Siberia losing money in all of its ventures. And of course the Mideast War still going. People still going to Cebu. And we got a lot of interregional flights. We're doing really well here. Alright. And we are running out of time for this video, folks. So when we come back, we'll play more Aerobiz Supersonic. We'll look at our charts. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.